Hello everybody, Vector here. Tekken 8 is coming out really soon, but there's something that I wanted to bring attention to in Tekken 7. Most people don't really pay attention to it, but I want people to pay attention to it for Tekken 8. So there's this move that caught my attention, and it's Heihachi's down back 2. If you know this move, you might be a little bit confused because it's a very okay move. It's a low poke, it doesn't launch a counter hit, it does okay damage, but it's pretty unsafe. But the question I wanted to ask is, what sound do you think it would make if it hit someone? So, have that in your head. For comparison, I'm going to bring up one of Guile's low pokes in Street Fighter 6. So, it makes about the sound you would expect. It's a kick, it's a low poke, it's not really something to decide a match on, but that makes sense due to its sound design. Now, back to Heihachi's, this is the sound it makes if you hit someone with his down back 2. And it sounds like a nuke is going off. For whatever reason, this low poke, the developers decided to completely sell the hit through the animation, through the sound effects, through the VFX. You can see the explosions, the particles, and even like the air itself just like having a shockwave from this single move that does 25 damage. Now, I don't know why this move in particular is this way, but for the most part, there's a lot of moves in Tekken that just feel really satisfying to pull off. The quintessential example is the Electric Wind God Fist, which is one of my favorite moves in any fighting game. Not just due to the skill it has to pull off, but just because it feels so satisfying when you get it right. You can hear the electricity, you can hear the hit effect, and everything just comes together so that it feels super satisfying and you instantly know whether or not you got the electric, which is like a frame perfect input. So I know at least one of the reasons why Tekken is like this is something that I didn't even know until Sakurai pointed it out for Kazuya and Smash, was that Tekken doesn't actually have any hit stop. So hit stop is this super common thing in most video games that have combat, where if you hit something, then the game will pause something for just a little bit to really sell the impact. I'm going to play one of Guile's moves again from Street Fighter 6, because Street Fighter 6 loves hit stop. So you can see, especially in slow motion, that the game just pauses for a moment when the impact is there, and it really makes things more satisfying. But for whatever reason, and I think it's to make Tekken feel a little bit more realistic, Tekken doesn't have any hit stop whatsoever. There are some moves that will slow down the game, but when you hit someone, the impact is basically instant. So in order to sell the impact without pausing the game, they just put buttloads of VFX and really good sound design to sell those impacts, to the point that I didn't even notice that the game didn't have hit stop until Sakurai pointed it out. So you might be looking at the title of this video and you might be like, okay, what's the juice though? And this is the juice. Juice is a game design term for basically how a game feels to play, how satisfying it is. It's more commonly known as game feel, but I decided to call it juice just because it's more funny. So this isn't really anything new. Tekken's been doing this for ages. Lots of games have amazing game feel, but I want to bring attention to it because based off what I've played, based off what I've seen, Tekken 8 is going to have amazing game feel. And in my opinion, Tekken might have the best game feel of any fighting game I've played. And Tekken 8 only makes it better. And 90% of that comes down to sound design, which most people don't even pay attention to. So, hope you learned something from this video. Hope everyone enjoys Tekken 8. And see you later.